I can still remember the moment so clearly. The words felt heavy on my tongue, like stones, each one getting stuck in my throat. But they needed to be said. They had to be. 7 years. 7 years of silence. 7 years of pretending to be something I wasn't for the sake of someone else. For the sake of my husband. For the sake of our perfect marriage. I thought that if I waited long enough, if I loved him enough, I could suppress the truth buried deep inside me. But it didn't work. It never does. My name's Maya, and I've been married to Daniel for almost a decade. Our relationship was one of those picture-perfect love stories. People looked at us and saw the couple that always had each other's back. The couple who never argued in public. The couple who could finish each other's sentences, who would send each other sweet texts during the workday, who would hold hands in public like we were the only two people on earth. But the truth? The truth was that for a long time, I had been hiding a huge part of myself. Not from the world, but from him. I've always known I was polyamorous. I don't remember exactly when I realized it, but it was always there. My need for deeper connections, for more than just one person to fulfill all the emotional, intellectual, and physical needs I craved. But I buried it. I ignored it. I thought if I loved Daniel enough, I could make this one thing go away. I thought I could be normal. I thought I could be the wife he needed, the woman who didn't question the societal norms of monogamy. But over the years, that part of me started growing louder. The whispers in my mind became shouts, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I loved Daniel, yes, but I loved other people too. And it wasn't a fleeting crush or infatuation. It was deeper. It was real. So, after 7 years, I decided it was time to tell him. I owed it to him and to myself to be honest, to be truthful about who I really was, even if it meant risking everything. I sat him down on a Saturday afternoon. We were in our living room, the one where we spent so many lazy Sundays, watching movies, laughing, talking about everything and nothing. I remember the sunlight streaming through the curtains, making everything feel so peaceful, so safe. It was the perfect moment to have the perfect conversation. I turned to him, took a deep breath, and said, "Daniel, there's something I need to tell you. It's something I've been holding on to for a long time, and I can't keep it in anymore." He looked at me with that soft, patient smile of his, the one that made me feel like everything was going to be okay. Like he was ready to listen to whatever I had to say. "I've been thinking about this for a long time," I continued, my voice trembling slightly. "I'm polyamorous. I've known for a while, and I've tried to push it down, but I can't anymore. I love you, Daniel, but I also love others, and I think it's time I live my truth. I need to be open about this with you." The silence in the room was suffocating. My heart was racing, my palms were sweaty, but I kept my eyes on him, hoping he would understand. Hoping that after all these years together, after all the love and care we had shared, he would at least hear me out. But he didn't. Instead of the compassion I had hoped for, he just shut down. He didn't say anything. He didn't even look at me. He just stared at the floor, his hands clenched into fists on his lap. The tension in the room was so thick, I could hardly breathe. "Are you serious?" he finally muttered, his voice flat, devoid of any emotion. "You waited 7 years to tell me this? You've been living this lie, pretending to be someone you're not, and now you want me to just accept it." His words felt like a slap in the face. I couldn't understand. I had poured my heart out to him. I had waited for the right moment, for the perfect time to explain, to let him know that this wasn't just a phase, that this was who I truly was. And instead of the love I had expected, I got nothing. "I didn't lie to you," I said softly, my throat tight. "I've been here with you. I've loved you. But I've also been holding back a part of me, a part of who I am, because I was afraid of losing you. And I don't want to live like that anymore." Still, no response. He just sat there, staring at the floor, like I wasn't even in the room with him. I could feel the coldness between us, like a wall had suddenly been built in the space we once shared. "I don't know what you expect from me, Maya," he finally said, his voice sharp, almost angry now. "I can't just pretend this is okay. I'm not okay with this. You can't just come out and say you're poly after 7 years. I married you. I thought we were building a future together, and now this? How am I supposed to even look at you the same way? I felt like I was being torn apart from the inside. I had opened up about something that was so deeply personal, something I had carried in my heart for years, and instead of understanding, I got rejection. I got a cold, dismissive attitude that made me feel like I wasn't even human to him anymore. Daniel, I said, my voice trembling with emotion. I'm not asking you to be okay with it right away. I'm just asking you to listen. I didn't want to hide this from you. I didn't want to hurt you. But it was too late. He wasn't listening. He was already shutting me out. His mind was made up, and the silence that followed was the loudest thing I'd ever heard. I can't do this, he said, standing up and walking away. I need time to think about this, and I don't know if I can stay in a marriage where I'm not enough for you. And with that, he walked out of the room, leaving me there, shattered. The love of my life, the man I had married, the man I thought knew me better than anyone, was gone. Not physically, but emotionally. I had asked for his understanding, and all I received was rejection. If you've ever been in a situation where you had to choose between your truth and the person you love, I need to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your story. Maybe you've been through something similar, or maybe you're still trying to figure it all out. You're not alone.